All right, Kenman here, and today we have a very fun unboxing and featured knife. This one is coming to us from Lanyard Man. He sent me several really cool knives to kind of check out, overview, share with all of you. I did do a video of the general unboxing of all of the knives. You can check that out. I've got a link down in the description. But this is now going to be a little bit more in-depth of the knives. Here we are. Let's get to it. Vero Engineering Synapse Lefty. Hand satin blade. What else does it say on here? Brass. Let's get into it. Boom. Vero Engineering. He sent me a few from this company. Really cool. Here's a little sticker picture of like the stuff in their line that is available. Really cool looking knives. And they make lefty versions, so you know I'm into it. All right. So this is that Lefty Synapse. What else do we have in here? Little card. Joseph Vero. Bowler M390 blade. Hand satin finish with the brass. Nice little card. Okay, and here is the knife. There is also something special about the brass on this knife. Oh, tell me that doesn't look incredible. Let's get it out. Pow. Lefty Vero Synapse. We have some titanium along with the brass, and this brass has been shipwrecked, which is, this is like a prime example of a shipwreck. But what you do is basically make a container with ammonia and salt, essentially, and then you put the scale in there and allow that to react to it and you're basically doing a forced natural patina to the material, and the salt will kind of give you the blues, and the ammonia kind of mixing with that and kind of creates all these kind of natural shipwreck colors. Lanyard Man did this one himself. Very cool. It also has inspired me to get into the shipwrecking. I started that. I'll also maybe link some videos for that down in the description as well if you want to start to learn about that process and how it works and go along with it with me. Super fun. Okay, let's check it out. So, like I said, M390 on the blade. We've got the titanium bolster and clip back spacer set up along with the copper scales. Really clean design. Has kind of a bolster lock right there. It's like a frame lock that's kind of hidden just up in the bolster. And it's a lefty, so I can let that drop on my thumb. Ooh, don't get to do that all too often. Such a cool looking knife, and this shipwreck really makes it pop. Okay, so there are some labeling. There's a number right there. Probably that's what number this is in the group. I don't know how many they made of this particular one. Says Vero right there on the top of the blade. So they've chosen to put those brandings kind of on this edge, which keeps it nice clean. Look at the show side. No markings, no writing anywhere. There is the V, the Vero on the pocket clip. So as far as branding goes, I really like the way they went with that. Even without the shipwreck, this is a real clean, simple design. Great look. Got a good drop. I'm not used to dropping it on my thumb. Most of my knives are righties, so as a righty you can do that, but as a lefty, here I'll show you as a righty. I have to go in here like this, get it started, get my thumb out of the way, and then drop it down. I'm used to that with just about every knife I use. So to have one that now I can do that with my left hand, super cool. Only has the flick out cutout on the one side, so as a righty, I suppose you could use that as a thumb out, but there is nothing on the other side. It does have a flipper tab though, so you do have the option of, let it drop down, of the flipper tab or that flick out, but both of them work really well. I do like the way the flipper tab works on this because you look at it and it kind of hides. You can't really see much of it. The way that it is, it's kind of more of that push down. Some of those though, if you do that right, this one, your hand just slips through and out of the way. But some of them, I'm kind of if you go like this, you can get your finger stuck there, and then when it comes around, it hits your finger and stops you. So there are flipper tabs that are kind of designed like that you can kind of get in the way of. But it appears the design of this one, the way it is, my finger just naturally, I can't get it to lock in there. It just falls right through, out of the way, allowing the blade to open and engage in the lock, which is fantastic. This knife is super cool. Fairly expensive. Don't know the exact price. We're looking above the $300 range though. So high quality materials, high quality build. Nice looking knife. All right, let's get to it. Blade is solid. No movement. No real play. Looks like it's a little off center. It actually looks like it's a little bit to the right, to be honest, which, yeah, not by much. But he did. I wonder if he took this completely apart, if you can just take the scales off. Might be able to just recenter that a little bit. But, I mean, it's so close. The action's fantastic. It's not that big of a deal. Got some jimps on there. It kind of drops down right there. Oops, sorry, I'm off camera. Drops down right there to kind of allow that space where the flipper tab is. So when it's open, the scales get out of the way, which basically puts your thumb right on those jimps. I don't, you know me, I like a lot of jimps. They could put a couple more of them on there, but they do feel nice. They've got a nice little grip to them. Sticks in there nicely, but they're not too sharp. Feels really good. There is kind of a choke up spot. There's this flat area, not really a choke up here. This is more just a sharpening choil, but this flat section, I can put my index finger on there and then put the middle finger there and kind of get a little bit tighter, higher up grip on there. Nice little draws. It feels good in the hand. Not a really large knife, so if I'm back here, my pinky almost wants to start to fall off. I do have a larger hand, but it is a good size. Pretty close to that pyrite. We'll look at that in just a second here. Clip cannot be swapped to the other side, so no love for the righties, which is different, but that's cool. I mean, it's a lefty built knife. You can get this in a righty as well, but I mean, as a lefty, getting the lefty version is pretty cool. Pivot, captive pivot, so you got a nice clean show side. No, you don't need two tools. I'm sorry. Use your words, Dan. Use your words. Boom. This thing is fun. Let's get some close-ups. Really nice, just beautiful, clean design. I am a fan. No lanyard hole. I'm not really a big lanyard person. I've done a few on some smaller knives, but not having any space for a lanyard there doesn't really bother me too much. Got that nice back spacer. Wraps all the way around there. Very cool. Enjoy these unboxings? If so, hit the like button. Subscribe if you would like to see more. All right. So what am I missing here? Let's get into it. Close-ups. Let's zoom in and get the credentials. All right. About there. Oh, doesn't that shipwreck look amazing? Anybody ever do a shipwreck? Did you watch my shipwreck video? Comment below if you're interested. I'm excited to do some more. 7 3/8 end to end. Blade is 3 1/8. If you want, someone could call it 3 1/2 if they measure it up to there. You know they're wrong. 3-inch cutting surface with a nice strong belly right at the front there. And the handle is 4 1/8. Nice mid, not quite full size. Definitely a thick blade up here. Woo! 13 at this thickest spot. It starts to kind of taper off here. We go out here, it drops to like 12. So that 13 makes it to about there, and it kind of starts to taper off. They got that little extra swedge up on the top there. Not sharp, but nice little relief of some weight and just a nice clean look for that shape. Feels nice. All right, handle. Little thicker, about 5'4", and the thickest spot, 1.03. Yeah, it's a pretty standard mid-size. Boom. Lefty. How fun. How fun. I have a few lefties, but it's always nice to get some more. I've been slowly adding them to my collection. I have a few, but excited to continue to grow that collection. And if someone has some lefties that I haven't had a chance to check out, want me to see them, review them, I'd be happy to. 5.4, it's got some mass. That copper and the titanium, definitely some weight. 541. Pyrite is 3.67. I compare everything with that pyrite. It's a good mid, great EDC budget knife, or they have anything down to $30 up to around $200. They have premium versions, so a little bit for everybody there with the pyrite. Great little knife. Handle on the pyrite is just maybe a 1/16 longer. Blade is about the same. Cutting surface is almost the same, but the Vero might have a little bit more just because that belly on there gives it just a little bit more length. All in all, though, if you've held the pyrite before, it's really about the same size. You can grab that Kaiser drop. Oh, geez. The drop bear, another one that's really basically the same size as the pyrite, but a good common user that everyone might have to use as a size comparison right there. It is a great knife, though. Bow. If you're looking for one maybe a little bit more budget friendly versus the Veros, the Synapse, like I said, is fairly expensive. You could get something like, geez, what is my problem today? Like the Concept Warrior. This is a premium lefty version Warrior. But they do have, you could go ahead and grab like a budget Warrior. Geez, why can't I thumb stud today? Looks like my thumb's broken and something right there isn't working right. Let's see if I can fix it. Boom. Yeah. But I don't know. I grabbed the Warrior just because it was kind of a similar with the bolster, simple kind of clean design. You can get one of these under $100. The lefty version is about $180. I did get it on sale, so I got a little bit better price on it than that. And the Warrior is definitely a little bit larger. But if you are looking for something you only spend like $100, $200, you can't spend that $350. Warrior is a nice knife. Good alternative to the Vero Synapse right here. What does everyone think about these? Who's got some Veros? Which ones do they have? What do they like about it? You have lefty versions? Oh, comment below. Who's doing some Shipwreck? Also, I want to know about that. I'm going to be heavy into the Shipwreck pretty soon. I saw this. It was quite inspiring. It looks great. Can't wait to do some more of it. Thanks again to Lanyard Man for allowing me to check out some of his knives for a couple of weeks here. And a couple more coming soon. Stay sharp. We'll see you later.